3 simple drills that will instantly improve your ball striking. Check this out. This first drill is called hitting the ground ahead of the ball drill. So all I'm doing here is I'm putting 3 balls in a row, and I take a practice swing just next to the 3 balls in line with it and practice hitting the ground out in front of the line. So all I'm doing is I swing back and try to hit the ground out in front. So I'm not hitting behind the ball. I want to hit the ground in front. So the number one reason why we hit the ball fat is because we hit the ground behind the ball. The reason why we hit the ball thin is because we don't hit the ground at all. So we have to guarantee that we're hitting the ground, and then also guarantee that we're going to be hitting the ground ahead of where the ball is. So I use these 3 balls on the ground to try to just kind of give myself an idea of where the club is landing when I swing back and through. So I swing back, I swing through, and I hit the ground out in front of this line. And then once you've done a couple of practice swings like that, the key is to step up to the ball and just have that focus on trying to hit the ground out in front. So I'll do it now hitting this way. So now I have my 3 balls here. I take my practice swing next to my ball, practicing hitting the ground out in front. I hit it twice. Those were both perfect. Now I step up to the ball, but I don't focus on trying to hit the ball. I focus on trying to hit the ground out in front of that golf ball. Let's see how I do. Nice and solid. And what's great about having the 2 other balls there is that if you're practicing on grass, when you do hit the ground, you'll be able to see where the divot is in relationship to the other 2 other balls. So make sure that you keep these other 2 balls there. And then when you want to just grab another ball, you just bring the other ball in. Make sure it's in line with the other 2 balls. And you're ready to go again. So 2 practice swings, hit the ground in front, hit the ground in front, step up, focusing on the ground in front, not on trying to hit the ball. Try to hit the ground in front with the ball there, and it's going to be super solid. On to drill number 2. This second drill is called tap the toe drill. Drill number 2, I'm super excited about because there's 2 benefits to it. There's a physical benefit to it, and then there's also a mental benefit to it. So one of the main reasons why some people struggle with making good solid contact is that as they hit the golf ball, they keep their weight on their back foot. What you're going to do is when you're hitting golf balls, you're going to hit the golf ball, but then you're going to hold the finish to see if you can have all of your weight over on the left side. And how are we going to double check that it's over there? Just by tapping your back foot, okay? So all I'm doing here is taking a swing, and you're going to do it with the golf ball, hit the shot, and then tap that back foot. And we want to make sure that we are transferring all that weight over to the left side. As we just focused on drill number 1, the whole goal was to get the divot out in front of the ball. But if you're staying on that back foot, we're most likely going to hit behind the ball. So I want you to make sure that you are finishing all the way over to that left side and then be able to tap that back toe. Now, the other thing that's really beneficial about this drill, the tapping the toe drill, is that you are going to actually feel a much more inner confidence when you're doing this. People that don't have a lot of confidence when they're hitting usually don't have a great finish. So they tend to have a little bit of a limited finish where they don't fully turn their body to the target and that toe is not pointed. So when they come through, they're a lot more hesitant and tentative, and they hold themselves back. So by just finishing further into your finish, where you can go and tap your toe, it's going to be a much more confident move that's going to, just by doing it, make you feel more confident. So focusing in when you're hitting the shot, to focus in that your goal is just to get to that finish where it looks beautiful and you can tap that toe. Here's a view of me actually doing the drill, hitting a ball. The third drill is make a big turn drill. So for this final drill, all you need is an alignment stick and the club that you're going to be hitting with. We're going to put the alignment stick down. So go ahead and take a stance as if you're about to hit the golf ball, but then go ahead and put the alignment stick down on the instep of your back foot. So I'm putting the alignment stick down on the instep of my back foot. And then from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my club, and I'm going to stand it up here and put it right up on my collarbone, right along my shoulders. And from my golf posture, I'm going to rotate back and see if I can get my shaft on my shoulders to match the shaft on the ground. So as you can see, if I went back this far, I didn't quite get enough turn to get it all the way back there, so I need to turn a little bit more to get that shaft on my shoulders to match the shaft on the ground. Here's a view of me doing the drill from the back view. That's the full shoulder turn. This is not quite enough there. So I'm turning all the way back until I can see that the shaft on my shoulders matches the shaft on the ground. So now I'm going to take a couple of practice swings with this same idea of making the big turn. And when I go up to the top of my swing, I want to see that my left shoulder is over this this alignment rod. So I go all the way up to the top and feel that shoulder right over that alignment rod. And then I'm going to practice swing back and come through. This may feel like a much bigger backstroke for most of you, but a bigger turn is going to give you two benefits. One, it's going to help you get that more power in that backswing. But two, it a lot of times helps people get the club more on plane. A lot of times people will only turn a little bit and then lift their arms to get the club very, very vertical. So by having a bigger turn into the backswing, it gets that club much more on plane. Once you've done a few practice swings with it, now it's time for the ball. Set the ball up, still have that alignment stick on the instep of your foot so you can use it as a visual to make sure you're making a big enough turn, and then let it go. For more information about other programs that I'm offering, please go ahead to my website, breakingbogeys.com. And also, if you want to continue breaking bad golf with me, go ahead and like and subscribe down below, and I can't wait to see you at the next video.